back to Let's Talk. This is me, Meera. Today we're going to learn a few homophones. What are homophones? Homophones are basically words which sound similar and create extra confusion in all our lives, right? So these are similar sounding words but with different meanings. So let's take a look at, and the reason, first of all, why I have written hilarious homophones is because the whole sentence becomes really funny when you use incorrect spellings for incorrect sentences, and the meaning completely changes and becomes very funny. Let's take a look at how it becomes funny. All right, so let me ask you a question before we start, and we're going to start with the first word. Okay, so let me ask you, who is your favorite heroine? What would you use? Would you use heroine with an E or without E? Any guesses? Anyone? Okay, so basically if you want to say that your favorite heroine is so-and-so, heroine is nobody but an actor or a performer who has done few noble causes or participates in a lot of social work activities is a heroine, right? So there you use heroine with an E, all right? Someone you look up to, okay? A person you look up to. And that brings me to heroin. Now, what is heroin? You are basically, or someone is addicted to heroin, which is not a good thing. It is a drug. There, you would use heroin without an E. See how this can create a confusion? So what if I say, my favorite heroine is so-and-so? Don't you think it'll be like, hey, 1 second, do you mean that your favorite drug is so-and-so? But no, you actually meant heroin with an E. So this is how we're going to take the lesson ahead from here. Let's understand the second confusion between two similar sounding words. Rain versus rain. Okay, they're going to sound very same, but the meaning is completely different. Tell me, which spelling would you use when I say, during the monarch's reign, everyone was serving to the monarch? So what would you use R-A-I-N or R-E-I-G-N? You would use R-E-I-G-N. I'm sure this one was pretty easy. That's because you know rain. It just means water showers, right? Weather condition, oh yes, that makes me bring to weather and weather, but that's a different day, different time. I would give you that example as well. But reign is a period where someone is ruling, whether it's a monarch or whether it's a certain queen or a king. Here you would use this, all right? A period of time ruled by someone. That is when you use reign, during someone's reign, okay? And that is when you will not use R-A-I-N, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Now, this is my favorite one, all right? So, growing up, I was always confused whenever it was Christmas time, and I always used to write different spellings each time, till the time I actually got to know what are the different meanings of each one. Let's begin. Claus versus Claus versus Claus. Any guesses which clause belongs to which clause? Okay, tell me, what would you use for Santa Claus? Santa Claus, would you use A-W-S, A-U-S-E, or simply A-U-S? Any guesses? Okay, it's Santa Claus, all right? It is Santa for Santa Claus. It's just Claus. And claws are don't put your claws in my chest. So if you want to make fun of your friend who has really long nails, you can say, hey, your claws are hurting me. That means long nails. Usually, of course, this is how you identify animals' nails, but just for fun, you can use it for a female friend, all right? Okay, these are nails usually. Of course, they're used to hunt. Animals use these claws to hunt, all right? And moving on to the last one, that's claws. Now, that's a legal sentence or a legal terminology, and that is how you use it mostly professionally or legally, all right? Legal sentence or term. I hope you can read it properly. That brings me to the next word and the confusion between the both. Let's take a look at this. That restaurant serves the pasta which comes with bread as a compliment. Now, what would you use? Don't you think you get confused between this, or you probably would get confused, especially if you have to write it down? Have you ever focused on a menu card before which reads, the bread comes as a compliment, or the barbecue sauce comes as a compliment with the steak? Which one would you use? I or E? Confusion, right? And can you imagine how funny it gets when I say, here you would figure out what the answer is. The barbecue sauce comes as a compliment with the steak, which actually means that the barbecue sauce is complimenting the steak, that, hey, steak, you look so good. It's completely ridiculously funny, right? Well, compliment is a nice gesture, right? When you tell someone or you admire someone's dress or someone's behavior for something nice, and that's the time when you compliment. You look good today, and I would say thank you so much for the compliment. Or that was a wonderful session, or that was a great show. Congratulations. Thank you for the compliment. Here is where I use C-O-M-P-L-I-M-E-N-T, all right? Admiring someone. And compliment, which actually means an addition with something, all right? Addition. As a side dish or something that comes with something, accompanying with something. It's just the way breadsticks are always accompanied, pasta is always accompanied by breadsticks, all right? Moving from there, we have patience versus patience. Any guesses how you can get confused? The mother has to keep a lot of patience with the kids. Do you think that is right? Does that make sense? What are you confused between? What do you think the two meanings are? Am I confusing you enough? Okay, let me just rule the confusion out. Here is what it means. Patience with I-E-N-C-E actually means tolerating something, all right? Tolerance, to keep patience, keep calm, be patient, which means to tolerate something. Whereas patients are people who seek medical advice, right? Of course, the reason why there is an S over there is because the confusion is between the plural form of patient, all right? Patients. People seeking medical help. All right, from a doctor, of course. Moving from there, we have cereal versus cereal. Any guesses? Any guesses what you're going to put where? Well, in the morning, I usually eat cereal for breakfast. What cereal? Do you watch a serial or do you eat a cereal or you do both? Okay, so here's the thing. You watch a serial and that is this. It's a TV show or anything that, usually a TV show, but nowadays it's all on your phone, right? So there are apps, right? So TV shows, nothing but shows to entertain you. Whereas you eat this cereal for breakfast. All right? It's food. Food, which is usually eaten during breakfast. Okay, moving from there, we have waste versus waste. What a waste of time this was. Any guesses? Or you have a nice fit waist, or this is a body part. Which one is the body part? Garbage is waste and body part is also waste. And which one is that? Well, it's waist is a body part. And now it's very easy to guess. Waste is garbage or useless. Useless things or useless stuff is waste, especially waste of time. That means you're wasting a lot of time, which you shouldn't. All right, moving from there, we have the last confusion, which is going to be cleared very soon. Accept versus accept. Very, very thin line difference between both. The pronunciation too can be cleared out. So here's how I would use it. I do not accept your apology, right? Accept it. Except for this, you don't have to do anything else for homework. See how I'm clarifying? Accept versus accept. Just try to get that a little where you use accept. So accept means, and accept means what? Accept is to accept an apology, to agree to something. Accept is nothing but leaving one thing aside or few things aside. You mean to say that the rest is okay with except for this, not this, okay? So when you actually disregard many things. Well guys, having said all of this, there are so many difficult homophones out there which we get confused by, but I'm here to just clear that out for you. These were few for today. What we'll do is I'll come up with some more interesting ones which will definitely clear out even more confusion and help you get your English to much better standards. Well, but this is all for today. I'm going to see you guys very soon with another topic. Until then, make sure that you're practicing, make sure that you're smiling. This is me, Meera, signing off for the day, guys. Bye.